The first morning after the burial felt strange. The world woke up normally, birds still sang in the trees, the sun still rose across the red earth hills, but nothing felt normal to Mama Ifeoma. Her house was too quiet. Too empty. Too clean, as if death had swept everything away except the pain. 4 days she hardly ate. Sometimes she forgot to drink water. Her neighbors came with food, but she simply stared at it until they gently covered it again. The human heart is a fragile thing, yet somehow it keeps beating even when it has no strength left. One afternoon, as she sat outside on the wooden bench, staring at nothing, a young girl named Amarochi passed by. She was about 15 and lived a few compounds away. She always greeted Mama Ifeoma warmly before, especially when Onedima was around. This time, the girl hesitated. She held a small bowl of okwa. Her eyes were watery. "Mama," she whispered. "I cooked this. Please eat small." Mama Ifeoma looked at the girl. At first she wanted to say she wasn't hungry. But she noticed the trembling in Amarochi's hands. The girl had been crying too. "Thank you, my daughter," Mama Ifeoma finally said, her voice tired but soft. It was the first complete sentence she had spoken in days. Amarochi wiped her eyes. "He used to help me with mathematics," she whispered. "He was good, Mama. He was good to everybody." Mama Ifeoma felt something warm move inside her chest, pain, yes, but also something else. A reminder. Her son had lived kindly. Healing did not come quickly. It arrived in slow drops, like rain that begins with only one shy drop on the roof. Some mornings she still woke up crying. Some nights she still pressed his shirt to her face until she fell asleep. But gradually, she began to move again. She swept her compound. She washed her clothes. She even cooked porridge one day, though she cried into the pot the whole time. Healing sometimes looks like breaking again, but softer. One particular morning, she walked to her farm for the first time since the burial. Her legs felt weak. Her chest tightened with every step. But when she reached the cassava ridge where her son used to rest when he helped her weed, she knelt down and touched the soil. The earth was warm. It felt like a heartbeat. "I'm here," she whispered. "I'm trying." The wind passed gently through the leaves, brushing her face as if giving her a soft embrace. For the first time since he died, she closed her eyes and breathed, not the breath of survival, but the breath of someone who wasn't ready to give up. Weeks later, as she returned from the stream carrying a small basin of water, she met a little boy sitting under a mango tree by the roadside. His clothes were dirty. His eyes looked lost. He couldn't have been more than 10. He stood up slowly when he saw her. "Mama, please, do you have food?" he asked shyly. "I haven't eaten since yesterday." Her first instinct was to walk past. Her heart was still too bruised. Too fragile. But then she remembered something. Onedima never turned anyone away. She stared at the boy. His thin legs. His trembling mouth. His eyes, tired and lonely, like someone who had already seen too much. She saw her son in that child. "Come," she said gently. She took him home, warmed leftover yam porridge, and placed it before him. The boy ate fast at first, then slowed down, tears slipping down his cheeks. "What is your name, my child?" she asked softly. "Chigazi," he whispered. A name that meant God blesses. And for the first time in months, Mama Ifeoma felt something rise inside her, a small light, timid but real. A reason to care again. A reason to keep waking up. Chigazi returned the next day. And the day after. He began helping her fetch firewood, sweep the compound, and water the small garden behind the house. He never asked for anything. He never begged. He simply stayed close, quietly, like a child who finally found a place where the world didn't hurt as much. One evening, as they sat outside watching the sky turn orange, he looked up at her and whispered, "Mama, can I come tomorrow again?" She swallowed hard. Her eyes grew wet. "You can come every day, my son. My son." The words escaped her before she realized. But they felt right. They felt warm. They felt like the first brick in rebuilding a heart that had been torn apart. That night, for the first time, the lamp by the door burned not for someone who was gone, but for someone who had come.